Hi, everybody. It's Linda G coming to you from overcast Sonoma County. How you all doing? Sorry about the glare. It's overcast, so it's interesting. So first of all, I thank you guys. I had some mail waiting for me. My sister brought it to me. And one is from a woman who lost her brother to COVID, and she made her name is Liz, and she made an amazing airborne inhaler. I could smell it when I opened it. It's got you can carry it in your bag or your pocket, proving that inhalers containing essential oils are able to reach cells in the body, such as the lungs, brain, and bloodstream within a few minutes. This is contrast to oral meds. And for orders, and I'll put it below, you would write her at airborneinhaler.net. Airborneinhaler.net. And it's called Airborne. It really smells good, actually. So I'll put that on the bottom. And also I got hold the bus. I got a book, Ready or Not, Here It Comes, Chris Sausser. On Oprah's last show, she said, all life is energy. We are transmitted medicine every moment. What does that mean for you? So this is a spirituality book. I also got this book. They've been waiting, but it took a while to get to me. The Fallen. This is a client of mine. I think it's her sister. Her name's Audrey Steidl. A chilling, unforgettable, paranormal event while inside a mansion at St. Paul's famous Summit Avenue was the genesis of the Fallen. Creepy things don't happen to people as normal as Audrey, but then going to drama school in London and living with a family that was close friends with Princess Margaret and Rex Harrison was something she could never have dreamed of either. It sounds real interesting. I'm looking forward into dabbling into it. Sorry if it's got a little bit of a glare. It's called The Fallen. I think there's a movie that just came out called The Fallen. So that looks interesting. Also, remember, my book is out. You can get Kindle in the middle. Unveiling the Extraordinary. It's steady. It's steady selling probably anywhere from 25 to 50 books a day. And check this out. This is from Ernestine White, and she's got a little Instagram thing, and she's got a website. But check this out. She did these on my babies. Looky, Lulu and Jack. Look at this. Isn't that just precious? And then look at back here. When they were puppies. Here's Lulu. And here's Jack. I thought it was just adorable. So her name's Audrey Ernestine White. Ernestine White. And her, I'll put it on here too, but it's www.arart, so it's arartnyc.com. So aratnyc.com. I like the front. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. I'll keep this nearby. I got all my goodies in case anything happens. And I have another bloody nose, but let me tell you something. My blood pressure's been running. I didn't up my medicine because the highest I get is 130/80, which is within normal range. So no idea what happened there. Okay, so if you have questions, to answer. And I also was asking if anybody had that TMS, is it called TMS? I'm gonna call somebody pretty soon. It's for deep depression. It's not, it's something that's pretty heavy duty, but it's not, you know, they don't cut into your brain, but they do some magnetic stuff. So, okay, but if anybody knows about that, could you write me at grindle9103@gmail.com. Okay, so here we go. And this Sunday is Sterling Sunday. I'll be doing Violetta again next month. And I think Danny Shea wanted to do a show. And this Saturday, I'll be on with taking Lady G's place. I'll be on with Hogarth. And by the way, I posted it on my community page, but her little puppy got out. And that's terrible because she's in the hospital. So anybody in New Mexico, they need maybe posters, go to her YouTube channel and contact her. Okay, so let's see what you guys have to ask. First of all, I wanted to get into this emergency from Christopher Wray with the FBI. Talking about a terrorist action that may happen in the United States. Someone wrote me and said they're saying that in the UK too. Almost like the Russian, I think Putin was involved with that Russian. I don't think that was an outside. Notice how we're not hearing about it anymore. I think Putin set that up. Let me tell you what I was picking up. I was picking up that Putin is furious. He's furious that Congress voted yes. What changed Michael's, the Speaker of the House, what changed his thoughts on that was he got real deep intel briefing. He got the real scoop. And he realized, you know what? And his son's getting ready to go into the Navy. He didn't want to have to deal with his son being, you know, better you than them. But these people are going to win. I'm going to tell you, Ukraine is going to be successful as we have prophesied. I'm so sorry it's taking so long. And the other thing, before I came on here, I got some sort of pickup that there's marching into Russia, and I see them pulling out a lot of the children that Russia stole. A lot. Okay, this is what I just got a hit, so I have to tell you. I get Ukraine going into Russia, and then I get Russians helping the Ukrainians take down the regime. That's what I got. But remember, I saw Putin with his hand in his head like this because he knows Trump is done. You can put a fork in him. He's done, baby, done. But let's check out terrorist action within the United States. Let me just ask my pendulum first. Will there be any terrorist action from an outside entity within the United States? It's saying yes. Will it be in northern United States? No. Eastern coast? Yes, it's East Coast. Let's ask West Coast. West Coast? No. Southern coast? No. So something on the east side. Give me kind of a, hold on. Will it be successful in killing numerous people? It's kind of saying yes, no. So I think some people will die, but I don't think they get the whole thing done. Oh, I see something planted, some sort of bomb situation. But it's kind of stopped. Feels like something explodes. I see people thinking they're going to, I see Intel just wide awake on this. So they might even come in and stop this as it's starting. But I see Intel wide awake. Okay, I just tell you what I heard. Subway. They want to do damage to our transportation, subway. I just heard some sort of transportation situation. That's what I heard. Everyone pray, put the positive energy out there, encircle. It feels like someplace like New York, you guys. A lot of population. It doesn't feel like an opera or anything like that, or a concert, because there's just too much on it. Okay. Tell me about if a terrorist action takes place in the United States, what are we looking at? I see Biden coming out to talk to the nation. Tell me what I can tell everybody. Someone is financing it. I told you, I think it's Putin. It's during a festive time or a happy time. Okay. Might even be a holiday. What are you saying? That's weird. My nose is really itching. I don't want to rub it too hard because this is the side that started bleeding. Fortune's fate feels like during a full moon. It might be next month, right? It's someplace that's so busy they've taken on too much. It might be like a train station or a subway or something where a lot of people are going in and out. It says hold your ground, and that our intel or people will come in and fight these people and take them out. You know, if they opened up something like in Texas or in the red states, they've got their guns. They take them out before they even shot one shot. They'd already take them down. So this is someplace where you're not allowed to carry guns, because I see people really running and hiding. I see all types of people. It might not be till next month, you guys, during the full moon. Okay, so okay, here we go. A lot of questions from you guys. Will the mother of Trump's child out of wedlock ever speak publicly as her NDA can be voided? I think her life was threatened. I don't even think they live in the country. That's what I got. I think they might even live in Mexico. I don't think this girl knows that Trump's her father. I think this woman kept it to herself. But he might talk. The guy that's got the money, the doorman, they threaten his life too. You can't find this mother and daughter because I feel like they're really in hiding, or they're definitely not in this country. That's what I heard. But that doesn't matter. Him having a child out of wedlock isn't the focus. The focus is him doing things that were illegal, because everybody knows he's a cat. As reported on CNN, and by the way, I just heard this, I don't know about you guys, New Jersey Democrat Representative Donald Payne Jr. just passed away. And people can keep sending me about the new rules from DOT for planes. I got that, you guys. I get everybody sending me the same thing. Know that I know about that. Okay, so the Dems now have 212 seats and the Republicans have 217 seats. So they have two vote margin. Let me tell you, I see a lot of the Republicans right now in Congress trying to go the route of saneness. They don't want this drama that MTG is offering. They just don't want it. That's what I got. It's still kind of floating, but they're not, I don't see them being able to take Johnson out right now. They can talk all they want. A lot of Republicans inside, I don't know if they're announcing it outside yet, are already not liking Matt Gaetz, her, and they already know they're in trouble. They're in trouble and probably going to be exited stage left. So don't even worry about it. Did Trump take 175 million for his bonds? And you know, I looked at that and saw that Letitia James going in and taking his stuff. She's still going to go in and take his stuff, but I'll tell you what this was about. This person's asking, did he take it from Barron and Melania? No. It's that place is still putting it out. In fact, they don't want Trump trying to money market it, but they'll let that place money market it. So no, he didn't get it from Barron and Melania. Oh, she is so done with him. She's just done with him because he's causing her embarrassment. Somebody was saying on some news saying that she rules the roost, you know? No, she doesn't. Because he's still running around like a little kid cheating on her. But this place that apparently it's cash, okay? But this place is the one that came up with the cash. But I see when the big stuff happens and he loses his case and he has to come up with a 400, almost 500 million, he's not going to be able to do it. That's when she's going to start going, tick, tick, tick. Oh, he's not doing good. Did you see Donald Trump giving the key to the White House to some former PM for Japan or something? It had the White House on it. It had a key, and he's smiling and he's presenting it to this guy like he's still in the White House. So delusional. And shame on that guy, the former somebody from Japan. Okay, so what will happen to Trump at the end of the hush trial? Where is Trump standing? And people were saying, oh, he can get rid of his attorney and that'll tie it up, but apparently not in a criminal trial. He can only do it through the judge. The judge won't let him do it. Trump just drains me, you guys. He's trying to regain his strength. None of his family's coming, and I don't see him pushing for them to come to the trial because it's an embarrassment. He doesn't want them to hear, even though all the news media is running outside. There was a guy today, just now on Nicole Wallace from Germany, saying, us Germans are just eating up the information. We didn't even know who this Pecker was. We're just gobbling it up. And he said a lot of his friends always talk trash about the US. But boy, they went through a post-traumatic stress when Trump was president. They just could not believe how bad he was. What's going to happen with him? Now, there's something else is coming up with him. He's counting his change. Now I thought for sure, yeah, he's not well, you guys. He's not feeling well. There's some sort of hope in this trial for him. I don't know what that means. Dear God, I hope it doesn't mean that he gets off scot-free or they say not guilty and they have to retry it or something. I don't know what this is. Or it's not, if they say not guilty, they can't retry it. They might come to a butt heads and they're going to retry it, but he's looking at the coffin. He's not feeling very well. Okay. Let's look how David Pecker is going to do when he has to talk to the defense. Now, remember, even when that Playboy girl comes up, that very pretty one, she's very soft-spoken. She sold her information to Pecker because she thought they were going to do an expose on her beautiful relationship with a man she loved, and she thought he loved her. She's sure of it. Oh, God, I don't even know how anybody could. I just don't know. David Pecker, how are you going to do during the trial? When they start talking, I'm seeing them. Well, this guy is messing up. Somebody was talking about who's his attorney, Trump's attorney. Well, they always say how Trump goes in the court looking so. They said for the first time they saw his attorney walking in looking real, dragging his rear. Because the judge had told him, you know, you've taken away. Taken away something like, you know, I don't trust you anymore. Yeah, they're going to act a little bit cray, kind of make him uncomfortable. But see, this guy will fight back. So, and he's got the Ten of Swords too. So they might try to make him look bad. But I do see him getting angry. I do see him getting angry. So he might fight back. He might say some stuff they wish they hadn't opened that door. Senator Susan Collins of Maine is up for re-election in 2026. Do you see the shameless Republican stepping down, or perhaps a Democrat takes her seat? Susan Collins, who said Kavanaugh learned his lesson. Okay, this thing that just came up on abortions, by the way, even the conservative female was like, what? All the female justices were saying, no, you got to allow women to get care if they're have a baby that's killing them or the baby's dead, you know, you got to allow them to get care. And it was the men that were acting out. But I do see one of the men crossing over and saying yes to that they need care. So I do see they can't do what they're doing, this horrible thing to women. The other thing is that pill. Remember I told you the pill thing is going to go through. They can still have the pill. And the other thing is the 1874 New Mexico thing was just taken down by, it's still 15 weeks, but the House was able to take it down today, just FYI. Susan Collins. Okay, so I'm thinking she's gonna retire. Yeah. Remember, she went in and said she was only gonna go. I'm feeling like her health is, there's something with her health. Not that she's gonna die, but I'm feeling like she's gonna retire. Yeah, she's not feeling that good. She's sitting on the fence about it now. She might even make a split-second decision to bow out. I don't see her back in office. Okay. Oh yeah, making homelessness illegal, which would lead to expanded prison populations. These people don't know what the heck they're doing. There's a lot of mental health issues here. There's a lot of elderly. Somebody sent me a link on homelessness with the elderly. And I believe it because the elderly, if they live paycheck to paycheck, social security to social security check, and they can't afford these rents, are you kidding? So where the heck do they go? So tell me what I can tell everybody. What is SCOTUS gonna do? They're just such evil in SCOTUS. I'm gonna tell you, ugly evil. Few years down the road, we're gonna cut their ability to stay in for a lifetime. I've always seen Biden being able to, he already brought in one, so he's probably got two more. Homelessness. Well, there's celebration, so maybe a male, somebody actually says, no, we can't do this. They even said Roberts asked some nasty questions. Let me tell you, even if they turn around and said, yeah, we'll make it illegal, something's going to happen that we're going to change the whole bit. This could be where Biden gets pissed enough saying, I'm going to pack this court. Something's going to happen, but some sort of magical arena here. Something where they will, the United States of America will start putting the money into helping the elderly and helping people be able to live in some sort of residence. They just built a big old huge thing down the street from me for over 55. You know, New York has that where they couldn't raise the rent, and it probably saves a lot of people's lives. Even though it's got some negative cards here, like the 5 of Swords and the 3 of Swords, some disappointment. Feels like this is the president, President Biden, and he's probably going to make some sort of like, you know what? Like they said, you couldn't pay off student loans, and guess what? He's paying off student loans. Some sort of money is going to be thrown at this. Okay. Will Melania feel, how's she feeling these days? Is she watching the court now? He can't even come around her. He used to enjoy talking to her, which is strange. It just feels like she's disgusted with him. Oh, she even told him, look, if you're found guilty, I'm so done with you. Okay, hold on, I'm getting some visions here. He really needs her to hang in there so he can try out for president again, okay? So he's really hoping she doesn't do something stupid, like leave him. But he's got to pay. But he's not going to win as president. I don't know why he thinks he's going to win, but he really does think he's going to win, you guys. But inside scoop within the Congress, everybody knows it's not looking good. His numbers are falling. Yeah, and you know what? Christopher Deb asked, did Christopher Wray feel the terrorist action you were speaking about anyway connected to Russia? Yeah, and I feel Russia's behind the terrorist action that's coming up, whether it's in the UK or the United States. Putin is pissed that we're giving money now. We just sent a whole bunch of missiles that they just shot off into Russia. Ukraine is going to win this war, and Ukraine's going in full blast, and he's barely able to gather up what he needs to keep going. He may threaten nuke, but he'll never be able to get it off because them ETs are going to stop him right in midstream. Okay, and yes, purse for Lady G, I posted that, her little puppy. You know what happened is Lily got out. Somebody came to the house probably to feed the dog, and the dog ran out probably to look for mama. So we need to pray that Lily is found. A lot of people wrote about it. Let's look at what's happening in the colleges right now. There's a lot of good people in the colleges. They're talking about these awful things they're saying about the Jewish, but there are people that are, what was it? Something we remember those people that were marching about the fact that they weren't Jewish. And there are those people, but they're on the outside. Because the young kids that are protesting, they're protesting for the mass murders of Palestinians. They want that to stop. It's got, in fact, some of the speakers were up there and said, this is nothing to do with Judaism or Jews. We don't want you here if that's what you're trying to do. This is about this Netanyahu and his right-wing party trying to wipe out a whole nation. That's what he's doing. This guy is like a little Hitler, and he needs to be taken out. And he will have to go. He will have to go. But even the people in Jerusalem are marching, you know, because he's not doing right by them. And thank God the president said, listen, dude, you ain't getting nothing until you open some borders here so we can get some materials in to help these starving children. And he finally let them through. About 2,000 trucks came in. But don't think because they voted to help Jerusalem that they're going to get everything at one time. I don't see it. I'm almost seeing it's like he's got that carrot dangling and saying, you know what, dude, we got better things we can do with this money if you keep killing babies. Rabia said, not a question, but FYI on airlines. You must have sent Pete Bootylicious some energy, LOL. This has been in the works for a while. Yeah, DOT, which is part of the United States Department of Transportation. By the way, I never got a word from them, but Delta did the right thing and refunded all my money because something was in the books. They're acting like they just put this in the books. But remember that young girl who said, listen, if they have you waiting over so many hours and blah, 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 you get a full refund. And they try to send me a couple of thousand mileages and a $48 gift certificate for food at the airport you had to use that day. I was like, oh, hell to the no. I want my money. They sent it right back to my American Express, which I really appreciate. So, you know, I swore I'd never fly Delta again, but since they were on it, boom, boom. It's just they put me through a little heartbreak before. Of course, you know me, I can't just go through the regular thing. I have to go high up, go straight to the big wigs. You know, that's how I roll, you know. Get the NAACP because I'm an engine, you know what I'm saying? I know they'd be not liking me because I'm Comanche, because you can see how Comanche I look. Mexican Comanche, you know, with that white skin and the freckles from my daddy for his Irish stuff. But anyway, yeah, so thank you, Pete Bootylicious. But I never heard from them. They never said word one to me. They must be really busy. Yeah, Miss Simpson, she said, none of the 45 family has shown up. And I almost feel him telling them, no, don't, it's a circus in there. And they know what he's like, and he feels like he can like snap, like he can change the room because he reminds me of me in a way. If I get upset, I can make or break a room. If I get upset, you don't want to mess with me because there's that fiery temper. And also, you know, he passes gas all the time. So I imagine it stinks like cat. And he realizes he can't show them any attention. I know Eric was with him at some event in New York, but I see that he wants him to concentrate on his run for office. That's what he's saying. You know, when people are saying, where's your family? He's not answering them. He's just walking straight by Putin the whole way. Interesting. Julianne wants to know, will the hush money trial change some people's thought? Yes. I've already seen on the news some people saying, I thought he was Christian. Oh, hell to the no. More like in the deep, in the dark, on the other direction. This man is so about him. He absolutely could care less. But, and then I got a call. Thank you guys for reminding me. I need to talk to Audrey. Maybe we'll do a show Friday. He is so focused and really thought he was going to win, honest to God. And you saw what happened when he lost. He said, remember, I used to tell you, he's sitting there with his arms crossed and just, you'll have to drag me out, until some bigwigs came in and said, yeah, we'll have to drag you out. And then the whole world's going to see you being dragged out. Is that what you want? And then he realized, I better go, because it would have made him a mockery. But when he loses again, and he loses, I just see people say, damn, he's not who I thought he was. He's looking so bad. He aged 1,000 years. Did you see Rachel Maddow was down there? She said he looks thinner, which I'm sure he was pleased to hear. And he looked really old. Because this is hard. It's hard, physically hard. But he's so delusional in his own self-energy. He, honest to God, thinks he's out. Look at him presenting that guy with the key to the White House. What the hell was that about? How pretentious is that? So, hello? It's not very good. Oh, April, yeah, more student loan forgiveness coming up, you guys, to make a big difference in people's lives. As soon as we go into the new administration and this SCOTUS court, this maggot court, they're going to get their hands slapped. Let's look at Jesse Waters. You guys want to know what's going to happen with fake news Jesse Waters? What's his outcome? Do you know Fox News is going to go on like business as usual? Fox News is going to get hit with another lawsuit. I think if the Dominion beat them, somebody else is coming in. All because of Trump. All because you so desperately wanted to believe him. Yeah, the terrorist threat, I'm feeling May new mood. I'm even feeling, so I read a lady today who lives up in Seattle, and I saw the tower with Seattle. So I think that's a natural thing coming up. They may get an earthquake up there. Jesse Waters. I see some big wigs at Fox News bringing him in, telling him, stifle it. Stifle it. He's being a little bit more careful. I don't watch him. You guys can tell me. Yeah, he's trying to get over troubled waters. He's being charged and or judged. His cycle is going upside down. I wonder if he's going to lose his job. There's some money he's going to have to pay out. I wonder what that's about. Could even be something else. Yeah, he's an old big shot. No more. He's not a big shot. This is interesting. Will the current eruption of the Rang volcano in Indonesia cause us to cool down this summer? One of the two eruptions has gotten up to the stratosphere. Last I looked, 3,000 tons of gas were released. Oh my God. I didn't know that. I'll look that up. Tell me when I can tell everybody. What change? Okay. Tell me about the engine. Yeah. It's going to cause some issues, you guys. It's going to cause some issues. People will have to tread lightly. coming over troubled waters, changes the earth, things of the earth, tensions, a lot of, there's some tensions here. There's some earth stuff. I just saw where, didn't the sky turn orange somewhere? Was that? I don't know if that was in the US or somewhere, but it's going to cause some orange in the sky. So I don't know what that's about. Yeah. So let's do another. Oh, I know. Elle Flower. God bless you, sweetheart. She said, why are we letting this man, 45, as his lawyer state he is to be candidate for the United States president? There is no way to stop him? Yeah, there is. Vote. There's enough people out there that will vote. Now, God forbid the young folks, because they're mad about whatever we might give, which I do see us not giving, to Israel, and just decide we're not going to vote for Biden. You vote for 45, you think it's bad now. I see Biden really giving Netanyahu a what for. No, Joanna asked, did Prince William suffer permanent frontal lobe damage from a golf club accident when he was 8 years old? Right away, I heard no. Yeah, thank you. Marcia said, yeah. Good news. The Arizona State House has passed a resolution to repeal the 1864. And let me tell you, when the President Biden gets back in, they're going to go through, I see him definitely changing up SCOTUS, and they're going to codify illegal abortions. Yeah, I feel better since the nosebleed. Someone said I was really pale, but yeah. But I didn't feel, like I said, my blood pressure was through the roof. I get home, it's normal. Okay, God, you guys gave me some good questions. Yeah, it's very good. It's very good, you guys. So thank you. A lot of this is the same stuff I just went over. Okay, so I'm going to come off of this. My son will be up in a minute. I got to feed him his supper. Thank you guys for everything. I'll put down for the nose thing, and for this lovely lady that did these pictures, and the names of the 2 books I showed you. And you guys have a good day. I'll be back for sure. Well, this Sunday is Sterling. And then I don't know, it feels like I'm doing something this week. Sorry to whoever was out there in case I forgot you. You know me. I even have a little more questions. I could do another one of these tomorrow. Members, it's the 3 card. I think it's the last of the alphabet. Cheers.